All right, this is exercise 45B. I'm going to continue. How many bicycles were imported from Germany in 2011? Well, 2010, it was 1.2 million. That's what we get from the article. Then they say which 1/6 came from Germany. Yeah, and then they're saying it is expected in 2011, 80,000 more bicycles will be imported from Germany. First, let's calculate how many bicycles came from Germany in 2010. 1 out of 6 of 1.2 million. Well, this is something you learned. You should know this. 1.6 of 1.2 million. 1.2 million, let's write it out. Yeah. And 1 out of 6, what you actually do is 1.2 million divided by 6. Yeah, that's how you can get it. And you know that it's 200,000 bikes came in 2010. But in 2011, it is 200,000. And then they say in the text, it is expected 80,000 will come more. And then you add the 80,000, which become 280,000 bikes from Germany. Question C. How many bicycles were imported from Asia in 2011? All right. So they are expecting in 2011, the expectation is that 1/5, yeah, 1/5 more than in 2010. So 1 out of 5 of, in 2010, 650,000 bicycles came. 1 out of 5 of this, you can calculate it yourself. Yeah, you can make the division here. Divided by 5. And you get 130,000. Yeah. And then in 2011, of course, it will be 1/5 more than 2010. You knew 2010. Look, we wrote it here. 2010, it was 650,000. Plus the 130,000. And then you will have 780,000 bicycles from Asia. Yeah? Now, let's go to the last question. How many bicycles came from China? We read again. It says, these days, half of the Asian bicycles come from Taiwan and 1/5 come from China. Okay? So, let's have a look. So, these days, half of the Asian bikers come from Taiwan and 1/5 from China. I think they made a mistake there. These days. Yeah. Okay, in the correction, let's go through it. Let me just flip it over. In the correction, they just say, I got no space. I got space here. So, in the correction, they say the following. We're at question D. They say, okay, we know that 1/5 comes from China, but it's half of the Asian bicycles. Yeah. So let's say in 2010, that's these days, we know that 650,000 are Asian. And then they say half of the Asian bicycles come from Taiwan. Yes. So half of these bicycles come from Taiwan. So what we can do is 650,000 divided by 2. We don't need it, but let's just write it down. That's from Taiwan. And we need to find 1 out of 5. Again, 1 out of 5. So we do 650,000 divided by 5. We know that 130,000 are from China.